Okay, so the last time we were here, we were excited at the great news about Felix Hernandez, and then wah, wah, wah. All right, it's not quite that bad, but...
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. It always can get that bad. But, you know, it's kind of a tricky situation, and we got a sense of it from some fans that we've been talking to today, too. Maybe more of a sense than ever that the signing of Felix Hernandez, his position on this team, is more than just a ball player.
Right.
That he really has, there are a lot of people in the fan base who have a connection with him. And that's got to be weighing on what the Mariners are doing and trying to keep this deal going, because you're not going to sign him to a long-term deal if he's really hurt.
Right.
If he could get hurt, well, anyone could get hurt. You might want to put a few protections in, but it just strikes me that they got to tread carefully here, because you really do have a lot of people who are Felix fans, period. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter where he's at or what he's doing. They just want him.
Right, and you can't blame them to a certain extent. Now, they should also have a sense of trepidation, or if there's something seriously wrong with the elbow, and those were the reports over the weekend, that there was a concern with the elbow. That's why the deal hadn't been consummated yet. But in hearing Jeff Baker from the Times speak about it, it sounds like they expect it to go forward. What it sounds like is they're taking the time to put in the language that would protect them in the event of an injury, or something that doesn't require them to pay $175 or the 135, I guess.
Right, extra. Right.
Yeah, because we're talking about a 5-year extension here. So something to protect them in the case of an injury, really, really impacting who he is in this deal. I think it's a smart thing to do. Now, I've never been a huge fan of a deal that long for any pitcher.
No, me either.
Because of the fragile nature, because of the torque that's on the arm, because of what seems to be consistent injuries year in, year out, no matter who it is, with pitchers. And I don't think he's different. I don't know. We can hope that he's Randy Johnson. We can hope that he's
Blyleven or some of those guys.
Roger
right?
Clemens, who was chemically aided. We can hope that he's going to be that. But if you want to look at the numbers and history, chances are he's going to get hurt. Right? So it's a big risk, and now you've got the concern about the elbow. So I think them taking the time to put the language in there, and I can't imagine his representatives are going to have a big issue with it, but taking the time to make sure the deal favors both parties in the event that he succeeds and he just is able to maintain what he's been, he still gets what that number says. But in the event he can't do it, or injury sidelines his career, then the Mariners do have some level of protection.
It's a benefit for the Mariners as it works out, and because they've maintained a good relationship with Felix, you get the sense that they're going to be able to figure it out. And it probably is just at one point, maybe at the halfway point, taking a look, and whether it's time on the DL or innings pitched or something like that, a way of figuring out how to move forward. Because remember, at the beginning, they're ready to do that 7-175. That's what they're prepared to do, and understanding that, hey, a guy could get hurt, or a guy could have an off year, everything like that. If it's not his elbow, it could be something else. You're willing to take that risk to a degree. Now that you know that there's one thing that could go wrong, though, having a little protection for that, I think, works out just fine. So I'm hoping we'll have good news again tomorrow, but it's the Mariners, so you never know.